Let's get going here today. I'm going to get the stuff, the live going,
Recording in
but
progress.
why don't you, Mike's not here, so I'm going to call on some people. Why don't you tell me where you're coming in from and what is the biggest thing you've learned so far that's been the most helpful out of this? Would love to know. There's Coach Mike. He is running a little behind. There he is. Okay. Good morning, Blakester.
Good morning, Elizabeth, and hello, Nowsite family.
Why can't I hear anything? Because my speaker thinks it's a microphone.
I hear you
My
loud and clear.
my speaker thought it was a microphone. I'm not gonna deter its dreams.
I think it's been doing that lately, hasn't
Ever since I got this new computer, ever since I bought this brand new computer. No, not since I bought the computer, since I bought the brand new mic. So, yeah. All right, Mike, why don't you call on people real quick and ask them where they're coming in from and what's one big thing that they've learned while I get the live finished.
Will do. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
Good morning, all. When I call your name, let us know where you're from and what you like best of this class. Let's start today with Carol Casey.
Hi there. I'm
Good
from
morning.
Clearwater. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm from Clearwater, Florida, and I'm struggling right now still with Nowsite. I have even had problems when I click on the more button. I can't even find the raised hand. I get connected after it and worked on it for about 2 hours, and I'm still, I don't
Well,
know.
Carol, we'll help you out today. We'll make sure that you know how to make a post today. And
Thank you.
because it shouldn't be that hard. So there's a hiccup somewhere, but we're gonna fix it today, hon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Vicky, what about you?
Another one of these? Well, I tell you, thinking about it, one of my greatest accomplishments you made me do was a live video, which I still have not recovered from. However, I even had a friend a couple of days ago say, "When are you going to do a live video?" I said, "Are you kidding me?" They almost put me in the hospital. But I am going to do it because it gave so much attention. Even though I was sweating and shaking, I couldn't get the words up. But that's something I'm definitely going to practice on. And from you saying, just do the videos, just do the videos. You don't have to do a live. I think that was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
said, that's a brilliant idea. That's what I'll do is just make several of them while I'm comfortable in my own space. So
Right.
thank you very much.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Video is so important, and I know people run away from it, but it's kind of like, in everybody has their own thing that they struggle with, right? Sometimes it's AI, sometimes it's technology, sometimes it's videos, sometimes it's, math or chemistry. I used to teach chemistry to at-risk high school students a long time ago when I was in college, and as a summer job, and you know, everybody has something that they struggle with. Can we learn it? Absolutely. Just takes time, takes a little patience, a lot of practice, and we will get there. So let me help you guys do that. And I think I have some good stuff for you today. First of all, let's go ahead and get started. First, my name's Elizabeth Larson. Welcome, everyone. This is My AI Live. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd. My AI Live, we get together every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, for the My AI training. We're teaching you about social media. We're teaching you how to post on social media, how to start the conversations, how to actually get the mindset of an entrepreneur. That's the biggest part that I want to cover today. On Wednesdays, we some of the hashtags that we use are like Wealth Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. I want to talk a little bit about both of those things, and I want to share with you an incident that happened yesterday that I was telling my morning mindset group about. So most of you know my mom's been in the hospital, and yesterday was a pretty rough day, and we were making very tough decisions, and something you never want anybody to have to go through, right? And so when I came out here, I got to give a shout out to Adrian Chenault. has been my mentor for a very long time, very good friend, and probably one of the best human beings I know on this planet. Like, that's just the best way to describe him. He's incredible. And when this all started with my mom on September 30th, I got a FaceTime phone call. Said mom, like normal. I gave her an iPhone so she could FaceTime me. We could talk all the time, right? It's actually the only thing she uses the iPhone for, is just to FaceTime me. And I get the normal FaceTime. It's mom. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I just got done with my meeting that I do after this, and I popped it open. And instead of mom being her bouncy self, you know, talking about whatever is going on, it was a picture of her in a hospital bed with the oxygen out cold, and the person turning around and saying, you know, my name is so and so with the Boulder Community Hospital, and your mom's had a massive stroke. And so my world kind of tumbled upside down in that. And you know, in that, some incredible things happened. First of all, one of my very dear friends who I work with and do things with immediately booked me a plane ticket. I didn't even think straight. And she said, no, just stop. You go pack. I'm getting your plane ticket set up. You don't worry about it. Bought me a first class ticket on United to get out here. Just done. Took care of it for me. Adrian gave me his car. Just turned over the keys and just, you know, here, you can get back and forth to the hospital and things like that. And so, yeah, his check engine light went on, and I couldn't, you know, get a hold of him, and I didn't know if private was sure. So I said, okay, I'm just going to take a Lyft tomorrow, or Lyft for this one day until I talk to him. And in the process of that, I actually left the keys in the lift, and I got to the hospital, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then he calls me and says, oh, by the way, the keys are at the King Soopers. And I'm like, what? I didn't go to a grocery store. And this Uber driver actually took them, saw the little key tag on there, figured out this is a great way we could track the person down, took them to King Soopers. They called Adrian. Adrian called me, and he said, that's one of the strangest phone calls I've ever had. Somebody telling me I have to get my keys, you know. And so anyways, through that whole process, I'm talking to the doctor. The doctor's actually called me into the hospital because they need to have some hard conversations with me. And so I spend the day there with my mom, just, you know, just being with her and talking to them. And when I get done, I call in another lift, because the thing is, you know, when you get a lift somewhere, you have to get a lift home, right? So I ordered the lift, and I'm like, okay. And I put in that I'm going to have to go get the keys and come here. In the process of this, I get into the car and I explain to the gentleman, you know, I left, the keys were taken here. I just need you to stop right here. I'm going to give you a great tip. Just if you'll stop here so I can pick up the keys so I can get home. And he's fine with it. And then he asked me this question. He says, well, what is it that you do? And honestly, I'll be straight out honest with you. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I really didn't. I was emotionally spent. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to anybody. That's why I got the extra comfort lift, because it said quiet ride. And I'm like, oh, perfect. I don't have to talk to anybody, right? But he asked me the question. And I said, well, and it just came out of me. I help people build businesses from home. Been doing it for over 10 years. And then I think, good, I got that out. Now I can sit back and just be quiet and pray and think and just reflect on all of this. And then he's like, really? What does that look like? How do you do that? And I'm like, oh boy. All right, I got to put myself aside for a minute. Maybe this guy needs this. And I start having a conversation with him about this. Now, the reason I tell you this whole story of this is so it makes sense what I'm about ready to tell you next. I didn't have to think about what it is that I'm going to say to this person. I didn't have to say, you know, oh gosh, maybe I could pounce on this person. I'm going to sign them up. Or I didn't think about any of that. It naturally came out of me what to say. So one of the things I had my mindset people do this morning was write down the first thing and I didn't tell them what was coming. And I told them, write down the very first thing that comes to you after I ask you this question. What is it that you do? And they had to write it down. So the question I want to bring to you today is, what is it that you do? And can you post about that on social media? And can you confidently? Can you do it like it comes out of you, out of nothing? So the post I want to reflect on today is, what do you do? Who do you help? And why? What do you do? Who do you help and why? For me, I help people build businesses at home. I have for way over 10 years. I do this because most of my life growing up and in my 20s into my early 30s, I didn't think I had any value and worth. I didn't think anybody, I didn't think I deserved anything better than I had, and it was pretty bad. And I couldn't see any different life. And because a woman told before and after stories of her life, it inspired me that maybe, just maybe, my life could be different. And that woman decided to believe in me. That's why I do what I do today. Because I want people to know that they can have a better life. I want people to know that they can have the business of their dreams, that they can succeed at the things that they want to do. They can change the mindset. They can change the self-esteem. They can change the belief in themselves. They can do these things. They can make something beautiful for themselves and for their family. They can create the life that they want. They can. I'm living proof of it. I'm a kid that came out of foster care and just a whole bunch of really hard stuff in my life. And if I could do it, anybody can do it. That's why I do what I do. So here's the question that I have for you. Why do you do what you do? And if we're going to make a post on our Now site today with a Wisdom Wednesday or a Wealth Wednesday or anything like that, what is that going to look like for you? What do you do? PJ's a diabetes educator. Okay. She knows the importance of blood sugar. She knows what it does to people. She knows the damage it can cause. Her heart is to help people prevent that. My grandmother had diabetes, had her leg amputated. Every time I see PJ, I think, my gosh, how bad my grandmother needed somebody like her. Everybody knows one of us here could help. All of us do. So a long time ago, I worked at a Little Caesars and a Burger King and other things. I thought, and I remember when I worked those jobs, I thought that was all I was going to ever have. I thought that's all I ever deserved. I did not believe in myself whatsoever. Somebody believed in me. They told their story of where they came from, which created belief. So what I want you to do today is think about the story. Oh, no worries, Mike. I want you to think about the story that you want to tell somebody of why you do what you do and why it's so important to you. Okay? Why? Why you do what you do and why this is so important to you. So Diane overcame some incredible health challenges, right? Blood sugar, health issues. Her passion now is to help people overcome those same things because she knows what it's like to live like that. She could very easily say, this many years ago, I made the decision to start a business helping people lose weight and helping people with their blood sugar and this and this. The reason I do this is because of this, and tells a little bit about her own story. Your story is a powerful tool to attract your tribe and the people that need to be a part of your life and need your product or your business opportunity. So let's use the Now site and show you some ways to do this. Everybody ready? Everybody kind of got an idea. All right. First thing I want you to do real quick, grab a notebook and I want you to write down real quick, what is it that you do? What do I do? Just write it down on a piece of paper real quick. What is it that you do? And if you're struggling to write that down, that's where the first part of the mindset's going to come in of, okay, now I got to make a decision. I got to make a decision of what it is I do and who I help, right? Okay. Oh, I love it. Good. Fantastic. This is going to be perfect. Okay. And you can do a video about this. She kind of jumped ahead a little bit in the comments, but I'm going to go ahead and go down that road. You can make a post about this enough to get. Now, for those of you who are just at their heart and they see you, it's more powerful than
recording in progress.
Elizabeth, how do we
wisdom is knowing when things need to change in your life, period. Are you ready to take a chance on your life? Question mark. I made a decision to become an
Recording in progress.
about the power I made to become an entrepreneur, period. About how I used a worker who never thought my life could be any different, period. Include how I had somebody believe in me and
Recording in progress.
that they inspired to be.
Recording in progress.
If you're looking to change your life, period, if you're ready to stop living less than what you are and what you believe, blah, 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 blah. Don't record the blah, blah, blah. It's an unknown caller. Deserve. Nope, you're not. All right, fine. All right, fine. Be that way. I can type that much. You're ready to stop living less than what you deserve. I want to talk to you. I would love to have that same conversation that my friend had with me that changed my life. Put a me down below or DM me. Just remember, no matter where you are right now, you're worth every dream you have. Every step forward counts, and the path to achieving your goals begins with believing in yourself. Now, I want you to see a couple of things right here. First of all, this photo, blah. Okay. This doesn't really have any meaning to my story, right? When you're doing this kind of post, it's really best to do a selfie. If you can actually just take a picture of yourself or grab a picture that you already have and use that, that's next best, okay? Very best would be to take this and now do a video. Open up your phone, open up your phone and talk about this on your video, and then upload your video and post it together. Now, the way you would do that is you take it to Facebook like this. You're going to hit get started. It will download that photo, but we're not going to use it. And you come over here and you put your stuff in here. Then you have a couple of options. Number one, you could post your video about yourself if you chose to do that. If you went like this, you could put a photo of yourself in there or whatever it is, right? Okay. Now, number two, you could come over here and you could go live and you could talk about this. Number three, if you posted and you hit this one, you can upload a video that you've done on your phone. The key to this is I want you to think about the companies that you're with and how many other people are doing exactly what you're doing. So Deborah's in a company that's been around for 25 years now, maybe a little longer. How many, and I know one of her uplines has 1 million people in his upline. Not kidding. Tom Chenault has 1 million people in his upline or his downline. 1 million. 1 million. A lot of people because he's at the top of the company. So I really want you to think about this. How many other people are doing exactly what you do? Ray's in a fantastic coffee company. Drink his coffee every single morning. Yep. Love that coffee. Very easy. Delicious. But do you know how many people do exactly what Ray does? But they're not Ray. There are millions of people who have either signed up for the product or the business in Deborah's company, but they're not Deborah. We have to look at ourselves as who are we that makes us different from everybody else? And every single person here has something to give that's different than somebody else. Every single person here has something beautiful to give to somebody else. And it's through your experiences and your story that will change somebody else's life, like it changed mine. If that woman had not told her story, her before and afters, I would just listen to her stories all the time. It took months of me listening to her stories, months, before I ever started believing that maybe, just maybe, that's why we have consistency in telling our story. We don't tell our story once and assume that everybody knows it. We continuously talk about our story, and we give people the opportunity to join the journey of our story with us. All right. So let's go take 5 minutes. Let's go make a post. Now you can either make a post, you could do a video, whatever you decide to do. I'm going to leave that up to you. And afterwards, we're gonna see some posts. I want to also help you, Carol, and make sure that you're able to post on your social media. And here's the thing: when you have enough courage to tell your story and you're authentic enough to do it, you're giving somebody the opportunity to change their life. So if you're having a struggle actually being honest about your story, don't think about yourself. Think about the person whose life it might change. Think about the person whose life it might save. It isn't about us. Remember, Zig Ziglar said we can have anything we want if we help enough other people get what they want. So let's do the 5 minutes. Let's do our posts real quick. I cannot wait to see some of your posts today. And let's get going. And I'll do questions during this time also. So if you have a question, raise your digital hand. Courtney, your question will have to be answered by Cheryl because we don't go into the websites and things like that and capture pages in this. This is just social media, but her training starts in 29 minutes. So if you hold that question for her, she'll be able to walk you step by step through that. What did I do to my hand? Oh, PJ. I have 2nd and 3rd degree burns on my hand from a grease spill from my a steak I was cooking. And the steak was too big for the pan and the grease spilled out and went all over my hand. So it's healing. It's been quite a challenge. Let's see. Yes, Adrian is amazing. Help people achieve financial freedom working from home. I love that, Lamantha. Beautiful. Okay, my phone is charging. Okay, doing a video today. Good. Fantastic, Diane. Yep, that's it. Amen. Amen, Dr. Lisa. It's such a delight when you're able to truly help someone else. Yep. Amen. Amen. That's it right there, girl. Yep, you got it. All right, Robin, did you have a question?
Yes, I'm trying to do the post, but I'm on my cell phone. Is it different from the laptop than
Yep.
it is on the phone?
Yeah, I mean, cell phone is different, but it's still pretty much the same steps. So
Mhm.
let me get I use the app when I travel. I 99% use the app, use the computer when I'm at home just because, I mean, I already struggle with seeing small things and putting on my glasses. Imagine
Yeah.
my phone. It's not as easy, but let me get into my phone and my phone app and
Do I go to my now site app for that?
yep, Nowsite app for that. And boy, I remember my password.
Oh.
No. Have to get in my one password. All right. There we go. All right. So when you're in the app,
Uh-huh.
you're on
Mhm.
a post
Recording
and
in
you just
progress.
want the AI.
That.
Recording
Okay.
in
So
progress.
So you just want to
let's
make
do
sure
that.
you have the Nowsite app downloaded to your phone. And it's on Android and on iPhone.
Okay.
All right. That's 5 minutes. Hopefully everybody's got a post or is on their way to a post. Carol, where are you stuck in making your post? I'm going to unmute you, honey.
Okay. Well, I changed what I wrote from yesterday and put in something for today that you were talking about. What happened was I put in some information for the AI and then I didn't like it. I did regenerate a couple of times. I get the one with the little AI down at the bottom because some were in the framework of what I wanted it to say.
Right.
And then I changed to casual and then it was too casual or funny and then changed that. And then I lost it all. So I had to start again. And then I decided I'd transfer it into a document just on my computer so I don't lose it again because somehow I clicked and it went back somewhere and I lost everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to change the image and you used something like 6 sub C or something.
Right.
when I went to change image, I couldn't get what I wanted, and I couldn't get it to download or upload or all sorts of things. So I couldn't do that. And when you're showing people and then you're saying, I'll answer questions, you keep working. I can't watch you and do it at the same time either.
Right. No, and you know, I used to teach people how to use websites and blogs, and it's very difficult to watch and do it at the same time. But Carol, I'm going to give you a couple of pieces of advice, okay? That are really going to be helpful. Number one, always go backwards and rewatch the replay, pause where that place is at, and then go do the action and then come back and hit play so you can continue to the next step. That is something super important whenever you guys are learning technology. Remember, when we do this here, it's kind of like, you know, we have a short amount of time and we're going boom, 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 boom. It's very, very difficult when you're first brand new to really grasp all of it, right? But this is, I'm going to get to the part where they say, click this button. Go over to my Nowsite system, and I'm going to click that button. And then I'm going to come back over to the replay and watch a few more seconds of it, of what the next step is. Now that I've clicked this button, click this part. I'm going to pause that video and I'm going to go do the action and I'm going to come back. If you do that, Carol, you'll start. The thing that's really difficult about technology and stuff is, first of all, especially when we all of us haven't really been raised on technology. You know, this has all emerged while we've been here, and we're not the teenagers today that are just, you know, who have been submerged in it. So it takes us a little bit to learn it. But the thing of it is that we expect ourselves to be click, click, and do something, but our mind is wiring itself to be able to do these movements and to be able to memorize all this. So the easiest way to do this is to go back to the replay, watch one part, pause it, actually do the part, and keep coming back and forth, and then you'll pick that up. One thing to remember about the photos, though, because I really want to make sure that everybody's got this, because sometimes the photo thing does this funky thing, and I want to make sure everybody knows how to fix this. If it was my own photo,
Recording in progress.
right
Recording
click
in progress.
and paste the words onto there, because they automatically go to your clipboard once you hit the button in Nowsite. And when you hit this button right here for photo and video, you are looking in your downloads folder for the photo that was automatically downloaded to your computer. So Carol, play with that today, go back to the replay, do the small steps, and then come back tomorrow and then let me know what it is, if you got stuck in any place, and then we'll cover it again for you.
Okay, I had a couple of other questions, if I may.
Sure.
Okay, again, I'm trying to click, even when I go to the three dots for more, I don't see where to raise my hand when I want to ask a question even. I don't have that.
Are you talking about on Zoom?
Yes. I mean, how do you raise your hand for this?
So it should be under raise hand or under reactions in the middle of your screen.
Yeah.
Do you see react next to chat? Do you see react or raise hand?
Oh, okay, it's under React. Okay, I thought it was under the other three dots. Okay. If I wanted to do bullets in the text, and you did them yesterday or something too, I didn't know how to do the bullets. And then I had the bullets when I did it in my document online and then pasted it into Nowsite. It took them out, but I also originally had bullets on every line, and I had a space in between three of the bullets.
Okay, so your formatting you can't put into Nowsite, because it's not going to allow you to put the formatting over there, because that's not what it's designed for the AI. The AI is just taking the words and making it. Your formatting will go into your Facebook or to your Instagram, but there's only so much formatting that they allow also. And
Yeah,
I'll cover that. What?
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I'll cover formatting tomorrow specifically. So we can do a thing on formatting tomorrow. But there's only so much formatting that Facebook or Instagram is going to let you have. You can't have like all these bullet points and full formatting and all this other stuff. I can show you how to do it with emojis and some backwards stuff to get done what you're wanting to get done. But to try to format something specifically as much as you could in a document onto Facebook, it's not going to let you do that. Now, I can show you some ways to do it tomorrow, though.
Okay. And how do you schedule a post in the future? Also, if I want to check something, and then if I'm posting, I don't want it to be immediate. I want to schedule it ahead of time so I can tweak it maybe or something like that.
Perfect. So when I'm like here, and when I make my post, like I just showed you, right down here, it says schedule your post. And I think you have to have a digital creator account to schedule your post on Facebook on the desktop. On the app, you can do it regardless, I think. So when you hit your create your post, you post your stuff in there right at the bottom, you should see schedule your post. And we'll go over that again tomorrow too, if you don't end up finding it on yours. Okay, let's go over to Bruce. Got a couple more questions we're going to answer here. Hey, Bruce.
Good morning. I just posted, if you could review the post when that's available for you.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. Let's come over here and let's look at your post real quick. All right. First of all, love the background and everything. This is gorgeous. There we go. Unlock your potential and break free from self-limiting beliefs. I love helping people gain time and money freedom, empowering them to live a life on their own terms. Watching folks shed doubt, lose weight, and embrace healthier lifestyles is the ultimate reward. Ready to transform your world? Glad to talk. So let me know below. Okay, so this is true. I'm not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become 100%. I don't really hear any of your story of why you love helping people. So I don't really have any connection to you yet because I don't have any of your own story in there. So what I would love for you to do is to edit this and put a little bit of your story of what brought you to this helping people gain money and freedom, how you came to the decision that yourself that you needed that, right? Does that make sense, Bruce?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right. Let's go. Let's see. Courtney's got a post.
You have time,
over
Elizabeth.
here.
If not, no worries, hon.
Let's see what we can get through here. Okay. First of all, this picture rocks. This picture is fantastic. I love this. Okay. Oh, beautiful. With many new faces here, I thought it's time we get acquainted. Cute. I like that. My journey is one of three of life that marries a devotion to spiritual growth with lifelong commitment to fitness and health. With over 3 decades navigating the realms of group fitness and coaching, my heart beats strongest for empowering women over 40 to embrace the vibrant, healthy lifestyle I navigate this transformative period myself. There's a deep sense of solidarity and purpose in uplifting others. Witnessing the triumph of achieving personal health and wellness goals is a joy beyond measure. My mission to be your steadfast companion on this journey towards health. At the heart of my world, my soul finds peace. I like this. The only thing the only thing I'm not seeing in here, what was that happened to you that caused this transformation for you yourself, So I'll give you an example. Raise your hand, Diane. Where are you? I don't know where she had to go. Okay. Diane had a pretty traumatic health experience of suddenly finding out that she was massively overweight. Her blood sugars went sky high, and she was in a level and had to really start making some major changes in her life. When she talks about changes that she made, it really gives that if they're in that place that they can do that same thing. What I'd love to hear is why you got into health and wellness. What was that change, that wake up call for you? So a great way to do this post would be to come over here.
That's the only thing is I really don't have, it's been part of my life since I was a collegiate athlete and I never veered from it. So I don't really have it's just been part of my life. I've never had like a wake up call or anything like that.
Okay, different approach to it then. What did you see in your life that helped you stay on that path? Anything at all? Okay, last one. If you don't have that kind of story yourself, what have you seen happen to people that you want to help make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else? If 60% of Americans are overweight and 40% of Americans are obese, and you as a fitness and health expert want to make changes in that, why does that devastating statistic touch your heart so much? And why is it important to you to change it? What do you want to prevent people going through? Think about that. We'll play with it again tomorrow. Okay. Because I think you have more of a story within you. My gut feeling feels like you have more of a story within you of why that matters to you. And I think if we could tap into that to get that story across to people, it will be more powerful than, I'm good at this and it means a lot to me just because it means a lot to me. I feel like if we could get you connected with that story of, what you see happening in America, or what you see happening to women once they reach 40 and the downhill process that they go through, and how you don't ever want to live like this and you don't want any other woman to live like this either. I think if we get a little bit more connected with your story, it will resonate more with women who are in that situation. I see a lot of people shaking their heads yes. So play with that today and let's touch with it tomorrow again and see where we can get that landed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're awesome, Courtney. Okay, Lamantha.
Where do I find the downloads? Like, I don't know the replays.
Oh, you find the replays here in the corporate Nowsite Facebook group. So come over here to the corporate Nowsite, the official corporate Nowsite group is where you'll find the replays. Make sure you join. And to find the replays, the fastest way to do it is to come over here to where it says most relevant and go to new post. And then you will find the replay. Like right now, here's the replay. We've got 4 people watching over there. You guys should be over here having fun with us. I see you guys over there.
Replay corporate. So go to replay corporate. Okay.
Yep.
I'm and corporate and then
I will throw this text in the chat or that link in the chat to get to the official corporate Nowsite group. And click there, make sure you're a part of that, and you will, and that's where you find your replays. And really, honestly, the best thing to do, I mean, it's kind of like, I hate to say this because I know a lot of you probably didn't like it, but it's kind of like learning chemistry. You just got to play with the equation over and 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 over again. And my students I would drive them crazy because I'm like, okay, let's do it again. And they're like, I just did it. Well, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Because it gets wired and seared into the brain, right? So when you go back and watch the replay, pause it, just do the action, come back, pause it, do the action, come back. If you keep doing that, you'll get it. You guys will get it. So thank you, Lamantha. All right. Pumpkin alarm has gone off. I need to get to my next meeting that I teach. So Cheryl's up next with Ask Me Wednesday. So you can find out about websites, emails, all the other Nowsite features that we don't cover here in the My AI. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. It's so great. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you so much for just the time that we get to spend together. I love what I do and helping you, and I love you guys, and I just want to make sure that you guys get everything in your life that you want and achieve those things, because guess what? If you achieve your things, you're going to help other people. Like Deborah saw it the other day, right? Like it's powerful. Like Adrian helped me. I go and help people. Now Deborah's getting help. This is what we do. We learn so we can help somebody else. So really make that the forethought in your heart today. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Feel free to unmute and say bye. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Hold on to those keys.
Love you
Hi,
all.
Liz. Good luck with your mom.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Yes.
with your
Good
mommy.
luck with your mom.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Love you
everything.
guys.
Thank you
Bye,
so much.
y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Record.